I finally found a bee that I could live in, the Travato Winnebago. Come on, come inside. Easy to get into this camper, and it is twin beds. Normally my husband and I don't like the twin bed settings, but you know what? These look very comfortable. And one thing that I like is that they have these cushions that you can set up behind you and sit up in these beds. So as you can see, there isn't like a dinette, a traditional dinette or a sofa, but I feel like these twin beds could be used like that. Up here, very good air conditioning, by the way. Up here, lots and lots of storage. Down the side, and just two on this side, but plenty of storage. One thing I forgot to mention is that you can slide this out, and then the cushions come in here, and it doesn't have to be a twin bed anymore. I like this. Another thing I really like about this are the colors. You know, the nice light colors. But I'm gonna tell you something. My husband is the tour guide, so I'm gonna hand it over to him.
So we take over here in the back, because this is a rear laboratory setup. So that means you're gonna have all of your laboratory back here and some additional storage. Obviously it has a door that slides across, giving you that privacy that you would need. Both sides pocket doors. There is a shower head, so oxygenic shower head, so you can actually shower off. And I am 5'8" and I have space over my head, so I don't need to sit down shower in this. I can stand and shower without any issues at all. There is a foot flush toilet that is porcelain right here, so you have a nice foot flush toilet, a nice rack on the bottom, so when you're standing in here you don't have to worry about coming in here after someone takes a shower and getting your feet all wet with water sitting on the bottom. Really cool feature, if you come over to this side and peek in here, is it has a sink. So oftentimes in the smaller bathrooms you sacrifice that sink, but this sink here you can wash, and then as you want to drain the water out of your sink, you just tilt that faucet back in the pocket there, lift this up, the water drops into a drain area and closes. You have a nice medicine cabinet up above for some storage of your areas. There is a shower curtain that runs all along the top here, so that, you know, when you are showering, you're not getting everything soaking wet, covering over your cabinet storage space back here, which is actually pretty large. You have adjustable shelves back here and a hanging rack if you want to turn this into a wardrobe, or just shelves, whatever you prefer, with a nice drawer here, very deep, give you lots of space for clothing, things of that nature. Now this, being a bee, does open up to the rear, so you can open these exterior doors up as well. It has a drop down mesh right here that zippers down, keeping those bugs from accessing this area. So really nice. There is a vent, a push-up vent in the bathroom here that allows you to vent out any steam or moisture while you're in there. The windows here are awning style windows, meaning you're going to pop these two sides like so, and the window pops out like this. So now if you're in the rain, you can still have nice amount of access in there, and there are drop down shades. If shade is not what you want to black it out, you have the option to go the other direction. So blackout shades or screens. They have multiple settings in there, so you can leave them open just a little bit to allow ventilation. This is a seat belt here, so this is a seating position for a seat belt, so you can seat belt into that area. The TV is on a swivel, so you can pop the TV off like so, rotate it towards the front, because that is going to be your eating area up front. The driver's seat, passenger seat rotate around, or you rotate this in this direction, and this becomes your watching the Golden Girls from bed position. It has a sound bar attached underneath, a nice JBL sound bar. Nice setup on that, latches in out of the way. These cushions feel really sturdy. I'm really digging that. Air conditioning overhead. You have a Nova Cool 12 volt fridge freezer combination right here, nice and deep. It's 12 volts, so it tends to go a lot deeper than the old 3-ways, because it's a compressor run, a nice draw deep so you can keep all your utensils and your cooking apparatus right up in here. So this is a solid surface cooking area, a solid surface countertop, and this is a nice size sink for a B-class with a nice sprayer overhead. Feels like aluminum to me, but you have a power port tower right here with USBs and 110s and a true induction cooktop. So this is induction cooking there. This is a RAM system, so it allows you to set a rack up in here. You can put your spices and all that great stuff. More storage in the overhead compartment, which is nice because I can actually see all the way through. Really cool. And I do like the latches when they latch, you can feel it. You actually have to pull down to release. It's not just a handle, it's actually a latch mechanism. So this is your seated lounge area. The driver and the passenger seat do rotate around, giving you a nice little spot. So it's dinner time, you're sitting here and you need that little area that you can eat your meal at, or if you're cooking and you want just a little bit more countertop space for your cooking, this pops up into space. You have a lagoon table that folds down on this side and rotates around as well. That lagoon table can be removed from this mount and attached right by the end of the bed. So if you wanted to put the lagoon table on that side, that is also an option for you. So really cool that you know the thought process of putting that in. You have on this side behind me here, in this tucked little corner, you have some 110 outlets. So if you have a coffee pot or anything like that, you need additional plugs. Also, there are some USB ports back here. So you can go ahead and charge those great items. According to this sheet up on the wall here, the MSRP at this total base options and delivery charge comes in at $200,000, $201,000 for this. But that is the MSRP. Not sure what you would be able to get in the as far as any kind of discounts, if discounts exist at this point in the RV world. Really hard to say. Over the doorway, you have your power control system for your 30 amp precision circuits. Your water pump, tank levels, battery levels are all push button here. Water pump is off. You have your tank levels, your gray waste, black waste, and freshwater tanks. They're all currently empty. Your battery level, house batteries at 13.6. This is your Truma. So you're gonna have a Truma system for your heat and hot water, which is really great. Your LP valve and your holding tank heater. So this has heated holding tanks, so it extends out a little bit into that that winter time aspect of camping by keeping those. And these are just some of your overhead light switches that give you all that. So this Travato does not use a traditional LP powered or gas powered generator. It uses a Volta system right here, as you can see the monitor and the screen for that. So what that means is it's going to use solar power for drawing power. It is going to charge while the vehicle is driving. So those drives between locations are going to recharge your system for when you are stopped. You're also going to be, if you're on shore power, it's going to recharge that system as well. So this gives you great off-grid capabilities, time out there in the wild, enjoying yourself, having a great time, and not worrying about, is my propane full, no generator locations. This is a totally different setup. Definitely something you should check into. As far as it's the cutting edge things that are happening in the RV world now, definitely a good thing to go to. Preheat and hot. So your eco hot, so what you can do is preheat your water prior to washing and things of that nature. So you can do that. So if you need to get a little bit more hot water up front, you go ahead and flip that over. So these systems are updated in these rigs because they're on the cutting edge of trying to find out what the best way people can do some simple jump in and go type adventures. So call me a sucker for shiny. I love the gray and the black combination on this. It is a great combination in my book. Back here you're going to see some of your connections. You have an additional exterior port where you can hook up a ZAMP suitcase type solar setup. Back here you're going to have your coax, and that looks like it may even be a 12 volt back there. Hard to tell, I'm not sure, not familiar with that one. Two 110s right there. So yeah, outside any of your outside gear that you want to hook up. This one has a bike rack on the back, so this would fold down. This would allow you to be able to carry two bikes with you when you're out there having a great time, and a ladder to take you up to the roof. I need permission to climb to the roof.
Permission granted. Oh.
So up here you're going to see, here's your king antenna. You have 2 solar panels, and there is your locked air. They're really, really nice. Check this out. Sweet. And that was pretty sturdy. Didn't really wiggle that much. These doors do open, so you would have access to the back of the camper. Let's see if they're unlocked. So if you wanted to access back here, you see some of the key features that do show up out here. Again, you have on and off, and here's your Nautilus system, so you can hook up your city water. All that great stuff does come in through the back. You have cable and satellite. If you wanted to open this side, you have a sprayer for the toilet, and this would roll down and zipper, so you would be able to keep all the bugs out of that area of your back. So 350. So I'm going to say, based on the little label here, probably tows 3,500 pounds. So if you wanted to drag a small trailer or something behind you, or maybe a really, really lightweight car, might be an option. So that's pretty cool. Let's check around this side. This is going to be your vent for your Truma hot system, so that you're going to want to keep from getting blocked. You're going to have storage down here for your sewer hose built in the bottom there. On the back end there, I went past it already, that's going to be your drain, your hookup for your waste removal, set right there. So this does have LP and a remote tank full. Not sure what runs off LP in here, maybe the Truma, but yeah, so pretty cool. So you do have an LP fill with exterior out there, and this is going to be your connection for your 30 amps to run your coach. The other side, by the campsite, has a power awning that slides out, which is really nice, giving you a good amount of shade through that area of the camper. Again, these are the awning style windows that do pop out like so. So if you are getting a bit of rain, you still keep those windows open and still get some great ventilation in there. I think any of these open. But yep, so that right there is going to be your waste removal. All the Travatos do come on the Dodge ProMaster chassis. So you're getting a great chassis that can be worked on pretty much anywhere that you can find a Dodge dealership. Will be able to take care of your issues. So this is definitely a possibility if you're looking for a B, but you don't feel like you want to be all closed in with too many fixed features, and you need that wide open space. Those twin beds on the side definitely give you that feel.
We hope you enjoyed our tour for the 2022 Hershey RV show.
Try to bring you some good stuff, and remember, if you like those videos, go ahead and give them a thumbs up. Make sure you leave comments down below, hit that bell icon, notification, so you know when our next video comes out. And remember,
when you're out there living life,
do it hitched up.